Welcome, chosen ones, to the threshold of a new chapter in the history of humanity. The year 2025 will not just be another cycle on the calendar. It represents a spiritual turning point, a moment when the light of truth will shine more brightly, revealing who we are and why we are here. Each of you who is hearing this message has been called for a greater purpose. This is an invitation to reflect, renew, and align your life with the divine principles that guide the universe. In recent years, many of us have faced unprecedented challenges that have forced us to reevaluate our priorities and seek a deeper meaning in our lives. Every tear shed, every small victory, and every obstacle overcome have been essential pieces in the puzzle that has brought us here. Now more than ever, it is time for us to unite and embrace the transformation that is to come. The final judgment, often interpreted as a catastrophic event, is, in fact, a call to clarity and revelation. It symbolizes the end of the illusions that have kept us away from the divine and invites us to embrace the truth that resides in our hearts. The signs of this great transition are everywhere, both in the heavens and on earth. Celestial phenomena such as supermoons and planetary alignments remind us of our connection to the cosmos and the great divine plan. On earth, natural events and social changes point to a moment of renewal. These signs are not coincidences. They are invitations to reflect and act. They ask us to pay attention to our choices and the impact we have on the world. The planet, in its wisdom, calls us to care for it and for each other with more compassion and respect. Preparing for this moment of transition requires reflection, action, and faith. It is essential to examine our actions, purify our hearts, connect with God, embrace authenticity, and act in community. The coming year will be marked by a spiritual harvest, where those who have planted seeds of kindness and compassion will reap peace, abundance, and joy. Before we continue on this journey of discovery and transformation, I invite you to follow our channel. Together we can explore more deeply the divine call that unites us and prepares us for what is to come. Get ready for the divine harvest and the beginning of a new reality. The final judgment is a theme that generates many emotions and interpretations. For many, it is seen as a frightening event, a moment of judgment where everything we have done will be evaluated. But in fact, the final judgment is much more than that. It represents an opportunity for clarity and revelation. It is a moment when we can see beyond the illusions that have kept us away from what truly matters. As we approach 2025, we are invited to look at our lives and reflect on our actions and choices. The final judgment calls us to reevaluate what we truly value and to align ourselves with a greater purpose. For those who consider themselves chosen, this moment is a spiritual harvest. It is as if we are reaping the fruits of our good actions, kindness, and faith. It is a time of celebration for those who have lived according to the principles of love and compassion. Now let's talk about the signs of this great transition we are experiencing. These signs are everywhere, and it is important that we recognize them. Celestial phenomena such as supermoons and planetary alignments are reminders that we are connected to the cosmos. They show us that we are part of a great divine plan. When we look to the sky and see these events, we should remember that we are all in this journey together. On Earth, we are also seeing significant changes. Environmental crises, struggles for social justice, and cultural transformations are clear signs that something is changing. The planet is asking for our attention and care. These challenges are not just problems to be solved. They are opportunities for us to reflect on our priorities and how we can act more responsibly. These signs invite us to act. They ask us to pay attention to our choices and the impact we have on the world. What are we doing to care for our planet? How are we living in harmony with others? These are questions we should ask ourselves every day. Every small action counts, and it is through these choices that we can create a better future. Collective responsibility is a central theme in this transition. As we prepare for 2025, we must remember that our individual actions have a collective impact. Every choice we make, every act of kindness or compassion, contributes to the creation of a more loving and enlightened world. It is a call to act in community, to support one another, and to work together toward a brighter future. When we talk about acting in community, it is important to remember that we are not alone. We have each other to support and inspire us. Together, we can share strength and hope, creating a positive impact. Unity is essential to face the challenges we are experiencing. When we come together around a common purpose, we can make a difference. Preparing for this moment of transition requires reflection, action, and faith. We must examine our lives and ask ourselves, are we living according to our values? Are we taking care of our planet and each other? These questions will help us align our actions with the greater purpose that has been entrusted to us. As we approach 2025, it is essential that we remember that we are part of a great divine plan. Our actions have the power to shape the future. The final judgment is not something to fear, but an opportunity for growth and transformation. It is a call to embrace the truth, reevaluate our priorities, and act responsibly. The signs of this great transition are everywhere, inviting us to reflect and act. As we move forward, may we hear the call and prepare for the spiritual harvest that is to come. The future is in our hands, and together we can create a more loving and enlightened world. May we unite around this purpose and act with compassion and respect, caring for our planet and each other. And how to prepare for 2025. Preparing for 2025, a year that promises to be a milestone of spiritual transformation, requires us to reflect, act, and have faith. This is a moment when we are called to look within and align ourselves with a greater purpose. Let's explore together how we can prepare for this new era of light and truth. One of the first steps on this journey is to examine our actions. It is essential to reflect on our daily choices and ask ourselves, do our actions promote love, kindness, and justice? Every small attitude counts. Sometimes we may underestimate the impact we have on others and on the world around us. A simple gesture of kindness, such as a smile or a word of encouragement, can make a big difference in someone's life. When we act with love and compassion, we not only improve the lives of others, but also create a more positive environment for ourselves. It is important to remember that our actions are not just about what we do, but also about how we feel. If we are carrying negative emotions, this can affect our choices and the way we interact with the world. Therefore, it is essential to reflect on what is in our hearts and how this is reflected in our actions. This is a time to be honest with ourselves and make the necessary adjustments. By examining our actions, we can ask ourselves, am I living according to the values I consider important? Am I contributing to a more loving and just world? Another crucial aspect of preparing for 2025 is to purify our hearts. Often, we carry hurts, fears, and insecurities that keep us tied to the past. These feelings can prevent us from moving forward and living fully. Forgiveness, both for ourselves and for others, is fundamental in this process. Forgiving does not mean forgetting or minimizing the pain we feel, but rather releasing the emotional weight we carry. When we forgive, we allow ourselves to let go of what holds us back, making room for new experiences and emotions. Releasing hurts and insecurities is an act of courage. It can be difficult, but it is essential for our spiritual evolution. By letting go of what hurts us, we create space in our hearts for love and peace. This allows us to live more authentically and connected to what truly matters. Forgiveness is a gift we give ourselves, allowing us to move forward and embrace the future with hope and confidence. Connecting with God is another important step in preparing for 2025. Strengthening our spirituality through prayer, meditation, and gratitude helps us cultivate a deeper relationship with the Creator. This is the time to seek this connection, to open our hearts and minds to the divine presence in our lives. Prayer is a powerful way to connect with God, to express our desires, fears, and gratitude. It is a sacred space where we can find comfort and guidance. Meditation, in turn, allows us to silence the mind and listen to the inner voice. It is a moment of introspection, where we can connect with our deepest essence and with the divine. The practice of gratitude is also fundamental. By recognizing the blessings in our lives, we cultivate a positive attitude and attract more good things. When we connect with God, we find strength and inspiration to face the challenges that arise in our path. Embrace authenticity in your life. God does not expect perfection, but sincerity. Being true to yourself and to others is essential for living according to your values. This means accepting who you are, with all your imperfections and uniqueness. When we embrace our authenticity, we free ourselves from external expectations and begin to live more genuinely. Living according to our values is an act of courage. Sometimes it may be easier to follow what others expect of us, but this can take us away from our true essence. By embracing authenticity, we allow ourselves to be who we really are, and this connects us more deeply with others. When we are true, we create more meaningful and profound relationships, based on trust and mutual understanding. Finally, it is essential to act in community. Relying on your spiritual community is a powerful way to share strength and hope. Together, we can create a positive collective impact. Unity is a powerful force, and when we come together around a common purpose, we can face challenges and celebrate achievements. The community offers us support, love, and encouragement, and it is a space where we can grow together. Participating in community activities, whether through prayer groups, volunteering, or social events, helps us strengthen our bonds and share experiences. When we work together, we can make a difference in the lives of those around us and contribute to a more just and loving world. The community is a reflection of what we can achieve when we unite around a common goal. As we prepare for 2025, remember that the journey is as important as the destination. Every step we take toward reflection, heart purification, connection with God, authenticity, and community action brings us closer to a more enlightened future. This is an invitation for all of us, a call to embrace transformation and live more consciously and lovingly. So, dear listener, start preparing for 2025 today. Examine your actions, purify your heart, connect with God, embrace your authenticity, and act in community. Each of us has a role to play in this journey, and together we can create a more loving and enlightened world. The future is in your hands, and the transformation begins now. But will 2025 really be the year of the harvest? This is a question that many of us are asking as we prepare for what is to come. The truth is that this next year promises to be a special moment, a time when we will be able to see the fruits of our actions and intentions. For those who have planted seeds of kindness and compassion, 2025 may be a year of peace, abundance, and joy. When we talk about harvest, we are referring to something much deeper than just material rewards. It is about the spiritual harvest, which brings us a sense of fulfillment and connection with the world around us. If you have been striving to live lovingly and justly, you can expect to see those good actions returning to you in unexpected and wonderful ways. Now, if you are wondering if you are ready for this harvest, know that you are not alone. Many people feel that they are not yet where they should be. But here is the good news. The final judgment is not just a moment of evaluation, but also an opportunity for renewal. It is never too late to change. If you feel that you have not planted the right seeds until now, remember that there is always time to start anew. Every day is a new chance to make choices that reflect your deepest values and desires. Imagine that you can plant new seeds now. What would you like to cultivate in your life? Kindness, compassion, love. These seeds may be small, but they have the potential to grow and blossom into something incredible. Every act of kindness you perform, every gesture of love you offer, is a seed that can bear fruit in the future. And the best part is that you do not have to wait until 2025 to start seeing the results. Changes can begin to happen immediately. The spiritual harvest also reminds us that we are not alone on this journey. When we act with love and compassion, we inspire others to do the same. Our good actions can create a domino effect, where each positive gesture spreads and touches the lives of others. This means that by taking care of ourselves and others, we are contributing to a more loving and supportive world. In 2025, many of us will be called to be beacons of light in a world that can sometimes seem dark and confusing. Being chosen means that you have a special role to play. You are a vital part of this great divine plan. And as you prepare for this moment, remember that you are not alone. There is a community of people who are also hearing the call, ready to come together and support one another. If you feel that you are ready for this journey, like this video, share it with other chosen ones, and subscribe to the channel so we can continue together on this journey. Interaction and mutual support are essential. When we come together, we create a network of love and light that can face any challenge. Comment: I am ready to hear the call and join our community. Your voice is important, and your presence makes a difference. Remember that 2025 is an invitation to transformation. It is an opportunity to leave behind what no longer serves you and embrace what is to come. The future is in your hands, and together we can create a more loving and enlightened world. Each of us has a role to play, and every action counts. When we act with love and compassion, we not only change our lives, but also impact the lives of everyone around us. The call is clear. Are you listening? This is a moment of awakening, of connecting with your true essence, and of living according to your deepest values. As we approach 2025, it is important that we remember that transformation begins within us. By aligning with our truth, we can create a space for light to enter our lives and the lives of others. The journey may be challenging, but every step we take toward the light is a step toward our true nature. When the veil between the spiritual and the physical falls, we will be able to see clearly the love that surrounds us and the connection we have with one another. This vision will allow us to live with more purpose and intention, knowing that we are all in this journey together. So, prepare for 2025. Be open to the changes that are to come and trust that you are part of something much greater. The truth is revealing itself, and you are being called to be an agent of transformation. Each of us has the ability to bring more light into the world, and together we can create a brighter future. As we move forward, remember that you are not alone. There is a community of people who share your vision and your desire to make a difference. Together, we can support one another, share our experiences, and grow in love and understanding. This is a moment of unity, collaboration, and celebration. In 2025, when the veil falls, we will be ready to embrace the truth and live according to it. We will be able to see the beauty and goodness that exist in each of us. And by doing so, we will create a more loving and enlightened world where everyone can thrive. So hear the call. Be ready for transformation. The future is in your hands, and the divine harvest is on its way. Together, let us light the way and make this world a better place for all. Now, let us unite in a prayer, asking for guidance and light for all of us as we prepare for 2025. Dear God, we thank you for guiding us on our journey and for reminding us that we are loved and part of something greater. We ask that you help us open our hearts and minds to the revelations that are to come. May we be beacons of light in a world that needs love and compassion. Strengthen our community so that we can support one another and grow together in faith and hope. May each of us be ready to hear the call and act with purpose. Amen. If you felt touched by this message, share your reflections in the comments. We want to hear from you. How are you preparing for 2025? What does it mean for you to be part of this journey? Your voice is important, and your experiences can inspire others. Like this video, share it with friends, and subscribe to the channel so we can continue together on this journey. Remember, the future is in your hands, and together we can create a more loving and enlightened world. Galaxy sparkles,